Hi, everyone. Our subject today is about faith and belief. It's a very common subject and it's well spread as, you know, um, as an ordinary thing to talk about sometimes. Now, faith is as old as mankind and it's more comprehensive and general than beliefs and religion. All people are believers of something, and belief is the acceptance and recognition of a certain thought and principles or theory. Faith is the language that is in the heart. Its action is the belief. Faith is subject change based on human awareness, perception, environment, and human relations. Belief is a group of ideas, principles, and values that accept no doubt. Faith is a firm and categorical assurance accompanied by the obedience of the authenticator and not merely an epistemic and theoretical confirmation, but includes belief as a statement and an act. And everyone who believes in something have faith in it. Belief is from faith, but refers to mental agreement, and faith refers to wholehearted commitment, which means they're both like they don't make really one thing, but they complete one another. One is derived from the other, and so on. One cannot be without the other in this sense. But faith is related more to the heart, belief is related more to the reason and the mind, and so on. Now, Judaism recognizes the positive value of faith that generally interpreted as trust in God, but it is not as central as it is in Christianity and Islam. It could be a necessary means for being a practicing religious Jew, while the emphasis is placed on true knowledge, a true prophecy, and practice rather than on faith itself. Judaism does not require one to explicitly identify God, but rather to honor a personal idea of God, supported by the many principles quoted in the Talmud. You know, the Talmud is kind of the explanation of the Bible. So, in the Talmud, to define Judaism, that's exactly what it means. Explaining the Bible like defining, in their sense, in the sense of the Jews, defining the religion of Judaism, mostly by what it is not. You know, they go from negative to positive. Thus, there is no established formulation of Jewish principles of faith mandatory for all Jews. In the Jewish scriptures, trust in God refers to how God acts toward his people and how they respond to him, that is rooted in the everlasting covenant established in the Torah. We all know the covenant, what they call covenant between God and themselves, the Jews. Abraham is the traditional example of faith, accepting statements from God that seem impossible and offers obedient actions to do things that seem implausible. Actually, Abraham is the example for um, what we call Abrahamic religion, which means for Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. Now, as for Christianity, it encompasses various views regarding the nature of faith, from good deeds and works to simply believe in Jesus, even with no good deeds. All is aligned with the ideals and example of the life of Jesus. Therefore, Christians may recognize different degrees of faith, how much you believe or how much a Christian believe in Jesus. Various tribunals of the Inquisition concerned themselves with precisely evaluating the orthodoxy of the faith of those it examined, to acquit or to punish in varying degrees. How much he or she believes, and based on which it acquits or it punishes. After identifying faith and belief in all aspects, now we look at what it means in Islam. Generally, it's referred to as Iman, the word Iman in Arabic, in the Quran. And it has a broader meaning, reduced to complete submission to the will of God willingly, which means one who has faith in Allah, in God, or Iman, means willingly he or she submits his will to the will of God. And it is clear somehow that man has the will in here, has a choice and the will, and it's not complete submission in the sense of submission, because submission willingly, it means a choice. It is belief in the unseen, which is the base. Questioning is legitimate based on and after believing in the unseen. Answers will emanate in high numbers to solidify this belief, originating in one's faith, which is defining for a person. It's like identifying, it's like an identity actually. It places the person in a belief system that develops into a way of life, provides its own unique system of logic to explain the phenomena of life around Muslims. We all know that it's a system like. Faith in God enables humans to be thankful for the blessings they enjoy and to be patient in the difficulty, for they believe nothing can happen without the will of God within the context of the laws of nature implemented by Him when He first created the universe and creation. Therefore, faith in the divine being also prompts people to be more in tune with their souls and to maintain a constant connection through prayer, supplication, and reflection. Ultimately, faith enables them to develop a deeper vision, one which goes beyond the sight of their eyes. You know, they see it, I mean, they see where they go with their faith, not with their eyes, but with their, with their mind in the sense. So one which goes beyond the sight of their eyes and the signals of their mind, even, which is exemplified in verses 2, 3, 4, and 5 of Surah 2 as follows. We're going to read those verses. Those verses start like this and say, "This is the book," meaning the Quran, "whereof there is no doubt, a guidance to the pious and righteous who believe in the unseen." This is somehow the initial submission, willingly accepting to believe in the unseen. That's what it means. But then it's a guidance, and here where one can have the choice to believe or not to believe. So who believe in the unseen and perform prayer and spend out what we have provided for them. So the good deed, that is, giving some charity and stuff like this. So basically, it's believing in the unseen, then to have the peace of heart, peace of mind, willingly, that is, and perform prayer and give charity, and who believe in which has been sent down to you. You here, Muhammad, because the verse is addressed primarily to Muhammad. So they, in the course of their belief, they believe in what you sent. They believe in what we sent to you, which means they believe in the Quran and the message, your message, O Muhammad, as well, and in that which we sent down before, as well, in the messages we sent down before, meaning primarily Moses and Jesus, the Bible and the Injil, the Gospel, conditional that they are intact or not corrupted. And this is another controversy and another question. And they believe, continue, the verses continue, and they believe with certainty in the hereafter. So I'm going to resume. This book, meaning the Quran, is no doubt a guidance for those who believe in the unseen, which means they believe there is a God who created all this universe. And they perform worshipping, prayer, and giving charity, and they believe in the holy books, okay? Whether this book, the Quran, or the other books before the Quran, conditional, as I said, that they were untouched, not corrupted, or not distorted, okay? And above all, they believe that there's a life after death. Now, those verses, the end of those verses, it's like a conclusion. They are on guidance. Those person we talked about who believe in this, who pray, do this, they are on guidance from their Lord, which means they accepted the guidance of their Lord willingly. They choose to accept the guidance from their Lord, and they are the successful. Why the successful? Because God promised them, or whoever believe in the unseen and perform this and this and that, and believe in the life after, is promised paradise. It's as simple as this. So this is it. I hope it's clear enough to understand the concept. Thank you.